Okay. SRX broadcasted split. It is week 3. Currently waiting for the race session to go up. And uh alright, race session is up now. I'm just gonna load into iRacing real quick. So as it stands, the SOF is 3,482. So yeah, we got pretty interesting race and a lot of points on the table for anyone interested in trying to pick up some points on Landon Moody, uh, who who's probably the de facto points leader. But as we will see in just a second, whenever iRacing feels like loading, Atlanta Moody actually is not in this race. So let me just open up my broadcasting software right quick. Still got a minute left in practice, so not missing anything crazy. Oh, Jesus. Why do I need authentication? Okay, anyway, sorry. So we got 30 seconds left in uh still got 30 seconds left in practice. And oh, all right, there we go. As practice is ending. Let's see who is top of the board right now. Only person set a lap in practice was Zach Hummel. As we're looking at Isaiah Gill coming out on track right now. Let's get a little graphic on him. So he's the 2 car right now. We'll go through our starting lineup once we are at the conclusion of qualifying. So coming to start his first lap is the number 2 car of Isaiah Gill. Taking a pretty wide entry, but cutting it down through the center of the corner, then coming back out right to the wall. What it seemed like a pretty solid entry into 1, a little bit wide in 3, but he's keeping it right close to that white line in the middle of 3 and 4. A good lap as he tracks out to the runoff on the front stretch. Good lap from Isaiah Gill. Let's see what this nets him. A 33.406. So about a second off of our current pole sitter, Barrett G. Canning. But plenty of time to learn, and this is definitely a combo where you can move up in spots. It's very easy to make a mistake. A little bit of wiggle out of 4 for Mr. Gill, and this is going to net him a 33.3 as Barrett Canning current provisional pole sitter, coming out and going to set a 32.3 as the pole lap. Andrew Hennessy in the one car, your highest I rating driver in the field, starting his flying lap. Looks like he's pushing that car as hard as possible right now. A little bit wide in three and four, and very sideways out of the corner, but looks like he didn't have to lift too much on exit, so he's carrying his momentum very well. A 32.7 first lap for Andrew J. Hennessy, putting him in the third position right now. See if he can improve on it in his second lap. Oops. So we still have about 2 minutes left in qualifying, and coming across the line, a 32.658 for Andrew J. Hennessy. Not enough to get him any positions. Ryan Barone in the 6 car, a little bit of right side damage on that car. Might have tapped the wall a little bit. Very wide in 3 and 4 on his flying lap, but he cuts it down and then comes back way out. Let's see what lap time this nets him. A 32.994 for Ryan Barone as he gets into the 5th position, going to the 4 car of Jordan Madron as he finishes up his flying lap. He's currently on a 32.1 or 712. Let's see what he says as he crosses the line, a 33.9. So it's not going to be his fastest lap, but the qualifying order is set. So let's get this off the screen, and we can go to your starting lineup in just 1 second. Okay. Oh, let me try to fix this. Okay. Starting on pole is the number 3 of Barrett G. Canning, and on his outside, first time doing SRX in a little bit, it's the
everybody. Hope
number 5 of Kyle A. Noel.
Let's keep it clean.
So I think I have my wheel plugged in, so I think I can just mute that. Okay, sorry about that. Then inside of row number 2 is the 1 of Andrew J. Hennessy. On his outside is the number 4 of Jordan Madron. Inside of row number 3, starting in the 5th position, is the number 6 of Ryan Barone, and on his outside is the number 8 of Zach Hummel. Inside of row number 4 is the number 2 of Isaiah Gill, and on his outside is the number 7 of Nicholas Camp. And starting in 9th out of 9 cars is car number 9, Maxime LeBreton, with starting in the tail end of the field, looking to make his way up to the front. But with all of that said and done, we are getting ready to go green flag racing here in SRX for the first week these cars have ever gone to the Mexico City Oval. This track recently added on iRacing, looking great, and a very wacky oval. But green flag is out. Barrett Canning hits the loud pedal early.
Green,
as Andrew Hennessy is going to take advantage and already move himself into the 2nd spot just off of the restart. So Kyle Nolan was not expecting that early jump, but he settles himself into the 3rd position quickly. And single file racing right now, as it looks like Hennessy going to try and work on catching Canning. Cars sliding all out of 4. You can see Isaiah Gill getting really sideways, and this is going to open the door for Zach Hummel to move up a spot as Isaiah Gill was spending most of the straightaway correcting that number 2 car. This is a very tough combo. But further up through the field, second, third, and fourth, we're currently looking at the 4 of Jordan Madron. They are all under a blanket and also include the 6 of Ryan Barone. But you can see Barrett Canning starting to pull out to about a 1 second lead over Andrew Hennessy. As I forgot to change the dang lap counter again. There we go. 28 laps to go. This is a 30 lap race as we see Ryan Barone scrape the wall a little bit on corner exit. Nothing too crazy. Isaiah Gill trying to get to the back end of Zach Hummel enters the corner very wide. He's already pushing that car to what seems like its limit. Further up front, Ryan Barone is slowly catching the back end of Jordan Madron, but not going to do any favors with a corner entry like that. Keep in mind, this oval is completely flat, so you are relying on your braking and tire grip for any turn-in through the corner. And the gap between first and second, at least in terms of lap times, just under a tenth. Last lap for the leader, Barrett Canning, was a 32.413. Last lap time for Andrew Hennessy in second, the one that we're focusing on right now, was a 32.496. But looks like Hennessy has found his groove just a little bit, as he just set a 32.350, fastest lap of the race for that one car, as he's cut the gap from 9 tenths down to 2 tenths. Further in the back, Isaiah Gill trying to get around Zach Hummel for the 6th spot. Hummel doing a good job of defending so far, but he leaves a little bit of room on entry. Isaiah Gill was peeking to the inside, but not able to get that car in there just yet. Definitely a battle that we will have to continue watching as it unfolds, since they're just entering turn 1 right now. Isaiah Gill might have a tighter entry, but he follows Hummel right to the middle line and then straight back down. Further up through the field, it's Jordan Madron all over the back end of Kyle Noel, trying to find a way to get around him. Really, at this track, you have to work someone over, as for 6th spot, Isaiah Hummel moves to the inside, or Isaiah Gill, I apologize, moves to the inside of Hummel, but Hummel's looking for a crossover, not able to make it happen, did not get to the inside of Isaiah Gill coming into turn 1. So he's going to have to regain his focus and try and get back to that 2 car. Madron all over the back end of Kyle Noel, and Andrew Hennessy in the 1 car has caught up within striking distance to the number 3 of Barrett Canning. Maybe Canning is trying to save the stuff a little bit for when Hennessy invariably makes a move, and we are battling for both first and third right now. Madron still clinging on to the back end of Kyle Noel, waiting for Noel to make a mistake, but at the moment Noel is staying pretty rock steady. Haven't really seen a bobble or a missed corner from him. He's just been going steady at his own pace in 3rd place right now. Very strong performance from that 5 car. See just how close to the wall, excuse me, to the inside wall, that Andrew Hennessy was getting. As we see at the top of the screen for a second, Jordan Madron was looking to the inside of Kyle Noel. He is really close and might be trying to pressure Noel into making a mistake. Very easy mistake to make at this track is just throttling up a little bit too early in turns 3 and 4, and they'll send you right towards the grass, and you'll lose about tenth or two down the front stretch. But Madron certainly giving Noel a lot of grief as Noel comes down to defend the inside. A little bit of contact between Noel and Madron as Madron slings in the corner really wide. Luckily, none of them hit the outside wall, but they're definitely going to lose some ground to Andrew Hennessy and Barrett Canning as Kyle Noel looking to the inside in turn one. Madron giving him more than enough room. And Noel's going to complete the pass. Crossover coming from Madron exiting the corner. Oh, a little bit of front-to-end contact as Noel is doing the crossover on Madron once again. It is crossover city here in Mexico City. Little bit of contact on exit. Puts Madron out a little bit in the grass. And here comes Barone to the inside of Madron. And now Noel with a golden opportunity to try and drive away from the 4 car while he is under fire from the 6. The 6 pushing out a little wide. A little bit of contact between Madron and Barone, but Barone gets the pass done. But then he enters really wide into the corner. Madron perhaps looking to strike as they are side by side down the front stretch, and Madron gets the pass done right before the start finish line, and now he has to go back to catching that 5 car. But for the lead, Hennessy has stayed all over the back end of Canning as he runs a little bit wide entering the corner, but he's able to cut it back down. These two drivers haven't made a move on each other yet, waiting for the right opportunity. So will we see this type of battle where they wait for another person to blink, or will we see Hennessy make one sharp move on Canning for the lead and never look back? Definitely going for the long approach as Hennessy got a great exit out of the corner. I think Canning got a little bit tight, but Hennessy not able to jump up on the opportunity. Hennessy, throughout the second quarter of this corner, he's really cutting it a lot lower than Canning, trying to just take the shortest possible route around as he looks to the outside of Canning, but not able to make it happen. Runs a little bit wide on exit, but he gets a great run. He's all over the back end of that 3 car, looking to the inside of Canning into turn 1. Canning gives him the room. So now it is Hennessy on the inside and Canning on the outside. Can Canning get the drive off the corner that he needs? Looks like they're going to be about dead even entering turn 3. This is definitely going to be an advantage to Andrew Hennessy. Need to make sure that he doesn't overdrive this corner. Gets a great corner, but now Canning has to respond. A little bit of a slide from that 1 car. So Hennessy takes the lead from pole sitter Barrett Canning with 14 coming to 13 laps to go. And now it is up to Barrett Canning to try and make up time to Hennessy as both of them nick the wall a little bit out of turn 2. And I tell you what, Canning is certainly not going down without a fight. 2 tenths separating first and second place, as Canning really sends it into the corner. Hennessy shutting the door in his face, but Canning definitely letting Hennessy know that it's not going to be an easy Sunday drive, or rather Friday drive. After taking the lead, you saw it in the back. Jordan Madron has caught up to the back end of Kyle Noel, but Hennessy runs wide. He gets really sideways and almost gets in the grass, but here comes Canning. Looks like he had the run of the century, but he also got really sideways down the front straightaway, so not able to make a move to get to the inside of Hennessy. Oh, a little bit of a wall tap from Canning. He's really wringing everything he can out of that car. Hopefully he didn't get any wheel damage from that wall tap. But you can see just how much the rear end of that one car is sliding out. He's really using up those rear tires on this SRX car. As they are still within 4/10 of each other for the lead. As it looked like Hennessy almost missed the corner a little bit, but I think he's taking a very wide entry to maximize exit speed. 9 laps to go here as Barrett Canning has to find a way around Hennessy. Might find something here as Hennessy's going really wide into turn 1. And now Canning's all over the back end of Hennessy. Hennessy really drives into the corner. Canning also drives it into the corner. They are right on top of each other through the center of the corner. Hennessy goes a little bit wide in the grass a bit. Here comes Canning to the lead. 8 laps to go, and Barrett Canning retakes the lead, not without a little bit of a fight from Hennessy as Hennessy tries a crossover when Canning overdrives the entry to 1. Hennessy to the inside of Barrett Canning. They're going to be side-by-side advantage to Hennessy coming into turn 3. And will we see a crossover happen from Canning? Canning is trying his best to hook it to the outside of Hennessy. Not able to get a run to pull him alongside. But these two are battling their hearts out here at Mexico City. Nose to tail between first and second place. We have a race on our hands here, folks. Both of them tracking out as far as they can to that outside concrete wall. And now Canning on the back foot once again. He enjoyed his retaking of the lead for about 10 seconds before Hennessy jumped to his inside. So he's definitely going to need Hennessy to blink. But he gets a great entry into turn 1. Hennessy has to really bring it down low to block off any potential move inside from Canning. As Canning looking to the inside, he's there on his quarter panel. Hennessy a little bit sideways, racing each other very cleanly, but Canning to the inside of Hennessy as they enter turn 1. Oh, getting really close to each other, maybe a little bit of contact. Canning getting a little bit sideways, and Hennessy able to hold him off on the outside, but Hennessy hits the wall. Canning hits the wall a little bit less hard, but that definitely closes the gap between these two drivers. Once again, Canning to the inside as Hennessy not able to pull it down to the inside just in time. Canning looking to get the lead back with a fantastic battle with Andrew J. Hennessy. The 1 and 3 cars battling out for the lead. Side by side into turn 1. Advantage is definitely to Canning right here as he's going to take the shortest way around this flat turn. But Hennessy is not going down without a fight. Hennessy to the inside in turn 3. To the inside goes Andrew J. Hennessy at Mexico City Oval. And now Canning on his quarter panel. I don't think Hennessy can track out. No, he can't. Canning has stayed on his outside. Dead even coming down the front straightaway as they hit the brakes hard into turn 1. Hennessy might get the move done here though in 1 and 2. Canning having a great drive on the outside, and they are still locked dead even down the backstretch. You can see Kyle Noel still ahead of Jordan Madron for the 3rd spot, but Canning goes really wide into turn 3, and he might have a great drive coming down the front stretch. Might have something for Hennessy coming into turn 1. Does he have anything? Not yet. 2 laps to go here at the Mexico City Oval. Barrett Canning and Andrew J. Hennessy having a generational slugfest here as they are battling with everything that they've got. They've used these cars to their limit. Here at Mexico City. Oh, Canning to the inside. Does he get to the inside of Hennessy? He's there. Here comes Barrett Canning to the white flag. Side by side coming across the stripe. White flag in the air here at Mexico City. It's Barrett Canning versus Andrew J. Hennessy. Side by side entering turn 1. They are dead even through the center. Hennessy's going to have the run on exit, but Canning's going to have the preferred line into turn 3. None of these drivers are going to lift for each other. They're side by side in the back 4th, 3rd, but we're not focusing on that right now. Barrett Canning side by side with Andrew J. Hennessy. He's going to have the move made here at Mexico City. Hennessy not going to have to drive down to the start-finish line. What a battle and what a finish here at Mexico City as Barrett Canning takes victory over Andrew J. Hennessy and immediately hits the outside wall. That might be something for the iRacing Top 10 to submit. What a wild race here at Mexico City. And let's get your results up on the board. So in first is Barrett G. Canning in the 3 car, then followed by Andrew J. Hennessy with an amazing battle between the two. Then in third, it looks like Jordan Madron made the move stick on Kyle Noel. So 3rd and 4th respectively for Madron and Noel. And Ryan Brown rounds out your top 5 here at Mexico City. In 6th is the number 2 of Isaiah Gill, then followed by Nicholas Camp and Zach Hummel, 7th and 8th respectively for cars 7 and 8. And starting 9th, finishing 9th is car number 9, Maxime Le Breton. And with all that said and done, I can hide this. Thank you for watching this broadcast event. What a race we had here at Mexico City. Great win to Barrett Canning and an even better race to Andrew J. Hennessy. Certainly eye candy to be watching, and I might be sending that to iRacing Top 10 to see if we can get something on there for once. But thank you for watching. Big thanks to Andrew Schulte at SKS Graphics. And just want to say, hope you had a very happy New Year to those watching. And hope to see you in the next race where we will be going to, let's see, I don't know what the next week track is, where we will be going to Southern National Motorsports Park next week at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope to see you there.